I just wanted to show you again real quick the Dwarf. And there's been a lot of questions about, you know, do I prune my fruit tree when it's just first growing and it's just a stick? I do. So I just wanted to share with you and show you a little bit of what this turns out like. See, I have this Dwarf, and I have 4 main branches coming off of the trunk very low. And instead of cutting this one off right here, I used a spacer to space it out, because that's going to make a pretty tree of what I'm looking for. 4 scaffolding branches coming off the trunk very low. If this was a fast growing tree, I would cut these limbs in half, and then they would start branching out very low. It just totally depends on what your needs are, because if you have deer that eat your fruit up, then you don't want them to start low. I like this look, so let me show you what that looks like in a mature tree. So this is Oscar, and this is one. Okay, so see the main trunk, and there is 4 scaffolding branches coming off of that trunk, very low. And then I cut it at about 2.5 feet, and that's where the limbs start going wide on this tree. And then this one will look almost exactly, Dwarf will look almost exactly like this one. I've got also very low branching starting, 4 scaffolding branches, 4 main branches coming off of the very low trunk. And then at about 4 feet, I cut it. And I first did the cutting, and that made it branch out and go wide at about 4 feet tall. And I like that look, and I like to be able to pick all my fruit, and I want to keep my trees small. So that's the reason that I do that. And then this one, which is Bryce's World's Best, and if you remember, I cut this 2 months ago. It's already grown 5 feet. And instead of cutting it down again to fruit again, I have just gone and tipped all the branches. I believe it's going to make the branches harden off, and then I'll be able to have cuttings for people, because so many want cuttings. There's still a little bit of fruit on it, but I've been able to put a lot of fruit in the freezer. But again, here is the main trunk with 4 main scaffolding branches coming off of it, and then I cut it at about 4 feet, and then it has made it wide from there. And like I said, that's what I'm looking for. I think it makes a pretty tree that I can prune and keep manageable and reach all the fruit on. So let me show you Jan's Best really quick. And the same thing, the way I have pruned it and allowed it to grow, it kind of looks like 2 different trunks, but it's just one main trunk, and there's actually 6 scaffolding branches that I left on this one. There's 3 on this side and 3 on this side. And I did not cut this quite as low to branch out. I think I started at about 4.5, 5 feet, because this is so weeping that if I had started it really low, it would all be on the ground, the fruit. So I hope that helps. It's just totally dependent on what you're looking for in your fruit tree. If you want to mow under them and you want to keep deer or something like that from the fruit, then you want to start it higher up, even 6, 8 feet, whatever you're looking for. But there's no right or wrong way. Mulberries love to be pruned, and they are so forgiving. If you make a cut you don't like, 2 months it'll be back, you know. So don't be afraid to cut your mulberries. This is Central Florida, Zone 9B. All right, have a great day. Plant lots of fruit trees.